Namaste friends, welcome back to YogaCandi. My name's Candace and today we have a power yoga workout. So this flow is going to be fantastic for creating a bit of strength and tone. Also really good for weight loss. Of course, in yoga we do not promote weight loss, but of course there's times when we overindulge and maybe this is something you're looking for as well. Maybe you just need to get moving a little more. So there's nothing wrong with that. Today's flow definitely is strong beginner to intermediate, perhaps even more intermediate than anything, because I'm going to be keeping it at minimal cues. So if you understand the names of yoga poses, that's going to be really helpful for today's flow. Otherwise you may just lag behind quite a lot. So if you're a total beginner, head on over to our playlist for beginners and start there before you think about jumping into a flow like this. But of course, feel free to have a go, just be very mindful and make sure that you're quite a fit person before you do. It's not going to be massively intense, so I don't want to scare you guys, but I just want you to know that it is going to be a little bit of a tougher flow and there's going to be minimal cues. So make sure you're wearing something nice and comfy, no need for any props. We're going to start in a comfortable position, so a nice comfy seat of your choice. Sit up nice and tall through the spine. Place your hands on your knees or in your lap. Close your eyes. And let's start off just by tuning into the inner body. Becoming totally aware of our surroundings and of how we're feeling within. Keep your breath nice and natural to begin. And then when you're ready, start to engage your Ujjayi breath. If you're not sure what Ujjayi is, just keep your breath nice and deep and long in and out of the nostrils. And continue that breath throughout the practice today. On every exhale, become mindful of your pelvic floor. And on the exhale, you're going to draw up through the pelvic floor. On the inhales, you're going to release. On the exhales, you're going to draw up through the pelvic floor as well as sucking the belly button towards the spine. On the inhales, releasing. Let's take 5 more deep breaths here together. On your next inhale, raise the hands above the head, draw your face up to the sky with the eyes closed. Bring your palms together and exhale them to your heart center, bow your head. Take a moment here to set an intention for today's practice. Any intention of your heart's desire today. Once you've set that intention, you can open your eyes. Namaste everybody, let's begin. So just change the position of your legs, whichever way that they were crossed, cross them in the opposite way. We're going to do a little bit of neck before we get full into some lovely movement. So left hand over towards the left side of the mat and drop the ear of the right side down towards the right shoulder. Keep those shoulders away from the ears, suck up through the core. If you want to go a step further, take this right hand on top of the head for some extra resistance. Be nice and gentle with the neck. Just creating a lovely stretch down the neck, perhaps even in the shoulder. And release, taking it over to the other side, right arm over towards the right side, and drawing the ear towards the left shoulder. You can stay here or create extra resistance, placing the left hand on top of the head. And release. Take your hands to your knees and just take some neck rolls from here. Half neck rolls from shoulder to shoulder, feeling out behind the neck, down the trapezius. Take one more roll here. Inhale back to center. Let's take it onto all fours. Taking 3 cat-cows together. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Come back to a neutral tabletop. Externally rotate the hands so the fingertips are facing towards the knees. Let's start to make big circles with the hips. Well, they can be as big as small, whatever feels good. Just stretching out the hands, warming up the wrists, getting us ready for some lovely movement. There will be some weight on the wrists, so this is why we're warming them up. And then rotate in the opposite direction. Being nice and gentle. Now walk your hands back towards the knees and sit back onto your heels. Play around with where you place your hands and just feel that lovely stretch at the back of the arms, down into the back of the hands. Slowly release those hands, give them a little shake out. We're just going to take it in the opposite direction, so placing the hands on the top side of the hand down onto the ground. You can send your bum back towards your heels once again, feeling that stretch now on the top side of the forearm, down each finger, through the top of the wrist. And gently release. Give your hands a little shake out again. Meet me in our first downward facing dog. Feel free to give your dog a little walk just to start to warm up through your hamstrings, suck up through the core. And then become still, look between the legs. Let's enjoy 3 deep inhales. Take a slow walk just for this first one to the front of the mat and exhale, fold. Hang heavy over your legs. Grab onto each elbow, allow your neck to be heavy. Just feeling out the body. You can always find a bit of movement, a bit of swaying if that feels good. A little yes, a little no. And then inhale, halfway lift to look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to mountain, hands above the head. Exhale the hands to the sides of the body, lift up through the left leg and straighten. Might have to step back. Straighten and hold for 3 breaths. Exhale, send that leg back behind you, warrior 3. Arms alongside the body, look down. Keep your body parallel with your mat. Exhale, draw that knee back to your chest and take it down. Other side, inhale, right leg up. Straighten and hold for 3 deep breaths. Exhale, back, warrior 3. Hands alongside the body, look straight down. Exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, hands above the head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back into your plank. Lift up through your core. Make sure you're not sinking into those shoulder blades. Exhale down towards the ground, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a moment in your dog. Two more breaths. Bend your knees and you can always hop forward. Jump between the palms and inhale, halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale the arms to the sides of the body. Inhale, lift up through the left leg once again, straighten it. And then bend it, coming down, opening the knee. Taking the shin down to the right leg, coming in for a standing pigeon. A lovely balancing pose. Opening up through this left knee. Bending deep into the sit bones. Inhale, come back to standing, straighten that leg. Ooh, don't worry if you fall. Once again, and step back behind you for high lunge. Inhale to your high lunge, look up. Exhale, warrior 2, open up. Inhale, lean forward, reverse the warrior. Exhale, come into your triangle pose. Look up towards the sky. Plant this hand on the ground if possible, and then rotate and lift that left arm up and over the ear, stretching through the side body. Inhale, warrior 2. Rotate the arms, frame the front foot, step back into plank. Take the chaturanga of your choice. Chaturanga, up dog, down dog, or all the way to the floor, cobra, down dog. Exhale, meet me in downward facing dog. Once in your down dog, take 3 deep breaths. Bend the knees. You can either step, walk, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain pose. Inhale, the hands above the head. Exhale them to the sides of the body. Inhale, let's straighten through this right leg. And then bend the leg, coming down for standing pigeon. Resting the shin of the right leg onto the left thigh. Bending down deep into this left leg. And come back up to standing. Lift this knee towards the chest, step back into high lunge. Inhale, the hands above the head, look up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, lean forward and reverse that warrior. Inhale, down into triangle. Look up towards the sky. And then if you can, plant the hand of this left hand onto the ground and inhale the right up above the ear, stretching a little deeper into that side body. Inhale, warrior 2. Reverse and come on down, framing the front foot. Take it back into your plank. Meet me in downward facing dog. Take the vinyasa of your choice. Once in down dog, let's enjoy 5 deep breaths together. Bring your forearms down to the ground for a lovely dolphin pose. You can always walk those feet a little closer towards the arms. Lift up through the shoulders, draw the knees and the thighs together. You can always lift up through one leg, hold it for an extra challenge. And then release, lifting up through the other leg. And release, take it down for a wide-legged child's pose. Inhale back to downward facing dog. Lift this right leg up into the sky as high as you possibly can. Open up through the hip, sending those right toes back behind you, pointing them towards the ground. And exhale, draw that knee to your chest, hold it just for a nice deep breath. Open it out into pigeon. Coming down into pigeon pose. You can stay up on your fingertips. You can play around with mermaid. You can play around with anything you want. Just feel the body out here. Taking a moment. You can maybe lift that back leg off the ground and start to pull it towards your chest. Getting a little deeper into this front psoas muscle here. On the left side. If you're playing around with mermaid, you're going to hook it into the elbow here on the left side, finding a grip with the right hand behind the head. And release, come down to your forearms. Getting a little deeper into this hip flexor stretch here on the right side. Give into gravity. You can always come down for a sleeping pigeon, resting the head down onto your forearms. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Let's make our way back into a 3-legged downward facing dog, lifting that right leg up into the sky, holding it up high. Exhale, roll forward to plank, keeping that right leg lifted. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here in your down dog. Let's enjoy 3 deep breaths. Inhale the left leg up into the sky as high as you possibly can. Open up through that hip, sending the toes over towards the right, down towards the ground. Exhale that knee to your chest, hold it, and then come down for pigeon. Take your time getting there. Just ease into pigeon. Stay up on the fingertips to begin. But whenever you're ready, you're going to play around with any pose you wish. You can play around with mermaid, king pigeon. Just getting a little deeper into the stretch. Inhaling the back foot off the ground, you can always draw it towards the body. Maybe hooking that into the elbow and taking your mermaid. And release. Coming down to the forearms in your pigeon. You can take a sleeping pigeon from here if you would like to, enjoying 3 deep breaths wherever you are. Walk your hands back up. And let's make our way back into a three-legged downward facing dog. So inhale this left leg up into the sky, holding it nice and high. Exhale, roll forward to plank, keeping that left leg lifted. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, meet me in down dog. Take 3 deep breaths once again in your down dog. Now take a little step and take a seat down to your bum. Let's take a little bit of core now. So find some balance, and we're going to come in for our boat pose. Take any variation of boat you like. Arms alongside the body, legs parallel to the ground or straight. Hold it just for a breath. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then hug your knees up towards the armpits, opening up through the legs. Start to make big circles with the knees, drawing them together and then opening them out wide. Releasing that lower back. Rotate in the opposite direction. Opening the knees, drawing them towards the chest and then pushing them away. Continue doing this just for a couple more goes. And then let's take a happy baby, grabbing the outside edges of the feet, pulling those knees down towards the ground. And release the legs. Let's enjoy a couple of spinal twists. Opening into a T with the arms. Taking this right leg on top of the left once or twice, sending the knees over towards the left, looking towards those right fingertips. Close your eyes. Inhale the knees back to center. Let's take it over to the other side. Wrapping the left on top of the right once or twice. Sending the knees over towards the right. Head towards the left. Inhale to center. Release that bind of the legs and let's make our way into Savasana. Final resting pose. Try not to skip it this time, guys. I know it's so easy to do, but allow this moment of silence and peace and complete surrender to allow everything you've just done to sink in and to nourish each and every cell in your body. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Maybe even do a body scan, talking to each muscle from the feet to the crown of the head, telling the body to relax and to give into gravity. You can stay in your Savasana as long as you like, practicing, allowing letting go of your thoughts, I'm going to be here with you for 1 minute of complete silence. Enjoy. For those of you that want to continue enjoying Savasana, just stay where you are. If you want to end your practice with me, gently wiggle the fingertips, feeling that lovely tingling sensation, returning back to the body. And then wiggle the toes. Now rotate the wrists and the ankles in one direction. And then in the other. Gently make your way onto one side of the body, keeping the eyes closed. Take a couple of deep breaths here on the side of the body. With the eyes closed, inhale yourself up into a nice comfortable seat of your position, of your choice, should I say. Once you're there, keeping the eyes closed, place your hands on your knees, sit up tall. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm once again. And then inhale the hands above the head, touch the palms and draw them to your heart center, bowing the head down. Return back to any intentions you set for yourself at the beginning of the practice. Repeat those words to yourself and continue with them throughout the day. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste everybody, I really hope you've enjoyed this flow. I hope it was accessible to you. If not, remember there's always the beginner flows and things that aren't quite as hard. There's something for everybody on the channel. So if you have enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, feel free to share. And I would love for you to connect with me on my other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook. Links are down below in the description, and join the community on YogaCandi.com. You can sign up for my weekly newsletter so you never miss a thing. Until next time everybody, I wish you love and light. Namaste.